Hi, everybody. Before we begin, I'd just like to say it is so nice tonight. I love the sun setting and it's just shining on my face. It's so pretty. The wind is blowing. You can hear my chimes. It is really a nice evening here in Santa Barbara. I hope you are having a wonderful evening where you are as well. I want to come on here today. I've been actually wanting to come on for quite some time. But as my life, the same probably similar to your life, are kind of noticing that when you have the energy and you want to do the things you want to do, then all of a sudden, out of the blue, you're taken aside to asked to do many other things. You're not capable of doing things that you want to do when you have the energy. And then when you have the time, you don't have the energy to do things you want to do. And that's definitely what I've been experiencing the last couple weeks. Anyways, so tonight I just meditated and I said, please, God, give me the inspiration, the motivation, and help me to be a nice channel for you guys tonight. So I'm sure a lot of you have been feeling similar to me, and also what I hear a lot of people communicating to me about, which is feeling like you're in a vice grip, feeling like you're a ping pong ball or a yo-yo. One day you're feeling up, next day you're feeling down, or this moment you're feeling up, the moment you're feeling down, feeling completely exhausted. Like you could take a nap every single day. There's many feeling increased aches, and then all of a sudden the aches are gone. Just again, just forward and backwards. Just like not one thing, it's another. It's like when you think you've got your handle on, all of a sudden it moves again for you. So I wanted to go ahead and talk to you today a little bit about those energies, and they've kind of been happening for the last couple of weeks. And at the same time, I also want to talk to you about today, which is called the Lionsgate, and go ahead and share with you a little bit what's going on there. So, hi everybody, my name is Wendy Morgan, and I'm a spiritual mentor. I help people transition in this period in time that which we're moving through. We have been trained and programmed since we've been children to use the external world as a reflection as to who we are and how we should react and how we should behave. And now the external world is really, really kind of, there's no solid ground there, right? And so then all of a sudden we're feeling like, oh my gosh, I don't feel like I'm on solid ground. I feel like I'm falling apart. What's going on? That's where I come in to help you find your solid ground, to help you find your connection to your spiritual essence, and to help you make sense of what's going on in this world and within yourself. So with that being said, let's kind of jump into these particular energies. Sorry about the visual, but I kind of like the sun. But anyways, so let's talk first about the Lionsgate. So the Lionsgate is always on the August 8th. That's when it generally starts. And why is it called the Lionsgate? Because we're in the sign of Leo. And that's basically it. So, but what is it? So I by far am not an astrologist. I don't follow it. I don't practice it, but I do know a little bit about it. If you're interested in more, I highly suggest that you check out Molly McCord. She's really, really good as fine tuning exactly what the astrological aspects of the Lion Gate really means and what it can do for you, mean for you. But generally what it is, there is a vortex, an opening as such, of where universal spiritual divine energies are really kind of coming down and allowing us to make the changes that we desire to be made. Now, most of us, right, we want those changes to be happening in the outside world. We want the outside world to have those changes so that we can just settle down and kind of feel normal. And I'm sorry, guys, to be the one that pops your balloon there, but that's not going to happen. Change starts from within, and therefore you actually change the external world. We've been programmed backwards, and that was for a reason, not for a positive reason. It was for a negative reason. So we would never learn our actual power that is within us. But in truth, we need to go in and change us and change how we view things, change our perception, change who we think we are, and kind of let go of the things that we really aren't, that have been layered upon us by our parents, our peers, our childhood. And let those things go so the true us can emerge from the ashes. So now is the time of rising, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. And some of us have already feeling pretty beaten and burned and bogged down. And I'm really sorry if you're there. Some of us may feel there in the next 3 months. These next 3 months have been shown to me. It's going to be pretty intense. We're going through, lack of better words, we are going through a portal. We're going through this time space of change, a huge amount of change. And some things can feel and look pretty ugly. And so what exactly is that going to be all about? So let's I'm going to go back to that. So I'll put a pin in that. Let's go back to the Lionsgate. So no, let's continue, because it kind of are enwrapped, the two of them together. Excuse me. So for the last couple of weeks, there's been a lot of intensity of lower vibration. And what it is, it's rising up. It's kind of being removed from the planet. And at the same note, there's a lot of intensity of very light, high vibrational energies coming down into the planet. They're both very dense. What does dense mean? Dense means they're really hard. They're really thick. It's like pea soup trying to get through it. It's not like looking through a shaft of light. That is very transparent. It's very thick, dense energy of very high vibrational energy coming down to actually change us, and very low vibrational energy is leaving the planet and leaving our bodies as well. So, and so what it all comes down to, again, you guys are so very powerful. We have no idea how powerful you are. You've got to remember, let's use this as an analogy. The water that runs out of your faucet, can you separate that from the water that's in the reservoir? You really cannot, right? It's the same water. And the same thing goes for the divine, the God, the creator, whatever you want to call your God, your higher divinity, that you cannot separate you, the light and the energy that's in you, from that divine creative energy that has created the worlds, the universes, and everything else. There is no separation. You are all one. And that power that created the worlds runs through you, runs this physical body. And I really don't want to look at this physical body and say, this is you. This is not you. This is just the form which you're currently experiencing with your spiritual body. So with that being said, you're extremely powerful. And why do I keep bringing this up? Because your focus is where your focus is your compass pointer as to where God and the universe, the energy, spirit is going to push that energy back in you to where you want to go. And that's not really clear. Your focus is you driving the car, and you're aiming as to where you want to drive, and Spirit, God, Divine is the car that's saying, okay, we'll get you there. Okay. So where you place your focus is all up to you. So there's going to be a lot more darkness that's going to come to the surface in the next couple months. There's been a lot already come to the surface. If you follow main media, you're probably not going to see a lot of it. I would suggest that you really start digging. You really do some more digging. We're here to think for ourselves, so we have personal will, and so we can when we connect to the divine, we have discernment as an individual soul, but yet connected to the collective soul. And we were never meant to be told how to think, right? We were actually meant to learn how to think for ourselves through that of connecting through the divinity. I kind of feel like I'm all over the board. Hopefully I'm not. But anyways, wherever you place your focus is where momentum will follow. So some of you might say, well, I'm not really focusing on, I don't have TV, I'm not focusing on anything negative, or I'm not focusing on that. That seems to be rather low vibration. Great. But pay attention to your own feeling. If some days you're feeling pretty raunchy and sore, or just in a pissy mood, you're focusing on that pissy mood, and that will just create more momentum behind the pissy mood. So really choose to stop that pissy mood. Really choose to take a nap, go for a walk in the with nature, go for a walk in the park, go stick your feet in the stream, go for a swim in the ocean, go make a snow angel if you're in the winter climates. Go do something to offset you, to jerk you into a different emotion, so you could focus once again on those positive, higher vibrational energies that are coming down, that you can take advantage of. So that kind of rolls us in with the third thing, which is right now, light workers, people who are here, you know that you're a light worker when you are focused on your heart. You're focused on love and compassion to that of another. You're focused on understanding. You're focused on trying to bridge the gap to help people understand the other person. Not to argue, but to help them understand. You know you're a light worker when you're here to bring love to the planet and doing really good, wonderful things to help increase the energy within this planet, whether literally it's for the actual planet or the beings on the planet. And I mean all the animals and the mammals and everything on the planet, or even human beings. You are a light worker. And this is a time that truly I've been shown that more light codes are going to come down into our body and start activating, in essence, new gifts, which are going to be really pretty dang cool. Funny, when I just said new gifts, it was 11:11 on the clock. That's pretty rad. So, what do you mean by light codes? Most people are saying, how what's this activation stuff and what's this light code stuff? Well, you actually have been activated by light codes or light frequencies, also called photobiomodulation, since you've been a child. As soon as you walked out into the sun, that specific sun length, that sun wave, right? When it touches your, when it touches your skin, right? It signals your body make vitamin D. The sun does not make vitamin D for you. Your body makes vitamin D, but it needs to have that catalyst of where's the sun now? Sun, to go ahead and make that vitamin D. So our atmosphere is actually getting thinner. Our magnesium, God, I just lost it. And I'm a science person. That's terrible. The protected shield that's around the planet, that's actually decreasing and thinning as well. It's been so for quite many decades. And we are actually getting more and more different light waves, different type of frequencies coming from our sun to our body, number one. But those same or similar and different light wave frequencies are actually coming into this world from the center of our galactic. And those specific light wave codes, whether we can see them or not see them, are touching our body, and they're signaling our body to turn on different things. So for instance, what I know of in this world, we have specific technology that incorporates specific light wave codes that actually can make you make stem cells again, or to make your own glutathione or carnosine or melatonin, and the list literally goes on. If you want more information, just let me know and I can share that with you. But we have all this information to us. We're realizing the human body is so unbelievably fascinating. But during this time, if you focus on the higher vibrations, the Lionsgate and these codes, this new light are going to be able to infiltrate. It's like we're really already going to be a sponge. We're ready, right? Because we're already removed those lower vibrational energies. And we're like a dry sponge ready to absorb all of the beautiful energy to help and lift us up into higher vibration, into receiving new tools, new gifts, new everything. But let's say hypothetically, if you were kind of going back and forth while you're kind of keeping track on, what's going on in the world, and yet you're meditating and you're looking at the news and you're meditating and you're, oh my God, that's really came out, but you're going for a walk in the woods. Well, your sponge is no longer wrung out, right? It's kind of saturated. It's saturated the lower vibrations, while you might be still expressing higher vibrations, but it's still being saturated lower vibrations. So for the next 3 months is a really good time, guys, to take that sponge and to really wring out all those lower vibrations. So therefore, you will be a sponge ready to absorb those higher vibrations altogether. So this is a time for you to make the most of it. You can choose to absorb this and take advantage of this time through the Lionsgate, through this energy that's coming down and really pole vaulting us, lack of better words, and telling us, wake up, wake up, wake up. And, you know, you kind of heard those terms a little bit clicheically being used here left and right, but I mean the wake up of waking up to who you truly are, to what you truly came here to do from the divine. You know, we all came here to do something specific. Some of us may know kind of what we are here to do, but I guarantee you, like, I know what I'm here to do for now, but you know, in 4, 3, 4, 6, 2 years down the road, that may change because, you know, whatever the divine wants me to do from time to time. So I just want to come in and say, so if you feel a little crazy, a little bit, you know, shot back and forth, a little exhausted, whatnot, really make a point to really fine tune your focus and wring out that sponge of lower vibrations. I'm still having that class that'll teach you how to do the lower vibrations. My daughter had she was going to perform, and so I couldn't do it that weekend. And now hopefully I'll be doing it soon, and I'll let you know. I'm not going to say when because I'm kind of done myself saying I'm going to have it here, and then I don't have it. But if you're interested in that class of how to remove lower vibrations out of your body where you're no longer shackled to the reactions and the judgments that you've been trained and programmed with, then just leave your name below. And I'm just going to put everybody in a messenger group and to say, hey, this is when it is. If you want to do it, here's the payment, how to pay, and then I'll send you the Zoom link when we're ready to do so. But putting that aside, just want to come on here and let you know that, yeah, you're not crazy. You're not in a vice grip. You have the choice to be out of that vice grip. You have the choice to choose to focus on high vibrational energies, literally shut off your TV, shut off your radio, stop looking at different groups that give you different information. It is going to be what it's going to be. You cannot change the outside world. Let me say it again. You cannot change the outside world. It's like you looking at your mirror reflection in the mirror and trying to change that mirror reflection. You can't, right? It just doesn't work. The only way to change that mirror reflection is to change you. And that's how we're going to change the world that which we see externally to us, is changing ourselves. So I welcome you into this time to really work on vigilantly focusing on higher vibrations often as you can, getting yourself into it, and eventually it'll be habit. Removing lower vibrations out of your being and out of your life. You know, sitting and meditating, being with nature, getting water. Now, a lot of people I've been talking to so many people recently, and it's astounding to me that a lot of people do not realize how much water they should be drinking. And if you're not drinking enough water, you're not going to sleep, you're not going to repair, you're not going to heal your body, you're not going to go and get rid of the toxins and poisons that have built up in your body that are getting in the way of you in alignment, getting in the way of you feeling calm and relaxed. And so you need to drink more water. So what is water? Let's say you weigh 100 pounds. Whatever your weight is, divide it by 2. Whatever that answer is, add 20. Whatever that answer is, turn it, say that now ounces. So for me, I weigh 180. So that's 50, 30, no, that's wrong, 50, 40. So that's 90 plus 20, that's 110. So I should be drinking roughly 110 ounces of water per day. Now, a lot of you are going to like, oh my God, that's just way too much. Instead of balking at it and having a resistance to it, know that by you choosing to drink so little water that you have, those toxins are staying in your body. And eventually they're going to, not eventually, they are creating a breakdown of your cells. They are making them not work so well. So if the cells are not working, guys, your organs aren't working very well. If your organs aren't working well, your systems aren't working well. If your systems aren't working well, your body's not working well. So any type of complaint or that you have, most of it can be solved simply by drinking water and removing those toxins. So, you know, it's up to you. Do you want to feel better? Then drink water. If you like feeling like crap, then don't bother. Just stay where you are. But give the body what it needs, and it needs water. So anyways, kind of went all overboard. So let me just kind of recap. We're in the Lionsgate, and it starts at 8/8 because we're in the sign of Leo. And that's basically an opening portal of way more energies than normal. But we're in a time period where a lot more energies are coming in, a lot more denser, higher vibrational energies coming in. But the same note, a lot of lower vibrational energies also leaving. And it all depends on which one you want to look at. Whatever you look at is where your focus is at. Where your focus is at, where the energy is going to follow. If you're looking at the lower vibrational stuff that looks and doesn't feel good, Spirit wants me to talk to you about that, then you need to remove yourself out of that world and wring out that sponge so you can absorb all that good high vibrational energy. So your soul is designed to feel good. Your soul doesn't know how to feel bad. Your soul, your spirit is love and light and energy and compassion and appreciation and gratitude and euphoria. So when you're in alignment with yourself, doing what you need to be doing, listening to what you need to be listening to, you feel all those things. But if you listen to or get angry or get frustrated or get just jealous or confused or anything else beyond that, those are lower vibrations, and you just came out of alignment with yourself, with your spirit and your soul. You just came out of alignment. That means whatever you're listening to, your soul does not agree with. So stop listening to it. Stop hanging around those people. Stop watching that TV program. Get out. Just shut it off. What's it going to hurt? It doesn't matter if you don't hear what's happening in the world. You're not going to be able to change it by watching that. You're not going to be able to change it by watching the reflection. You can only change it by hear. So I say, I do this all the time, but I give you a challenge. 3 months, shut off all the negative stuff. Make your emotion the barometer of what I should be listening to or shouldn't be listening to, whom I should be around. If it doesn't feel joyful and great and compassionate, uplifting and inspiring and motivating, if it doesn't feel like any of those things, then walk away. So you can start to wring out that sponge of the lower vibrational energies, and you can start to rise and feel all this great higher vibrational energy stuff that's coming down right now. So I've talked enough. It's 21 minutes, or almost 22 minutes, and I don't want to be on here forever. I know I can usually do that. But anyways, I love you guys. If you have any questions, please just comment below. If there's anything else you kind of notice energetically, or somebody's like, I don't know what you mean by energetically. Honey, you are energy. You are the epitome of energy. So how do you feel? How do you feel? Is there any confusion? Is there anything you want guidance in? Just comment below and let's see if I can give you a little bit of guidance with that. Anyways, hope you guys have a really lovely evening. I'm hearing somebody say, but what should I do with this energy, in the Lionsgate? Just sit back and be quiet and listen to your internal guidance. If your internal guidance says, go to sleep, go to sleep. If your internal guidance says, meditate, meditate. If your internal guidance says, just go for a walk in the woods, go for a walk in the woods. There's nothing you have to do, or there's nothing you could do that's wrong, as long as you're trying and your focus is, I want to absorb and I want to benefit from this great energy that's coming down. If that's your focus, then you will benefit from it. There's no hoops that you have to jump through. I'm not trying to poo-poo anybody else's program that says, yes, do this and do that. Today I just watched another, which was a very, very good suggestion, which is write down all the things that you want to remove from your external life and from your internal life and burn it. Let it go. And this is a great method that I've done on and off. And then write down a piece of paper all the wonderful things that you want, that you can see your life being. Today, I was listening to a song that I just love, and because I love fall, and fall is my most favorite time of season of the year. And here currently right now in Santa Barbara, we don't really get our summer. We get our summer around fall, but right now it feels very fallish. So I'm just absolutely joyful. But anyways, I was listening to the song and I just was imagining myself spinning around in, maple leaves that had fallen, and you could get like in Vermont and whatnot. Just love that beauty, that the crimson red and the auburn yellows, and just, oh, so beautiful. And I imagine myself just, spinning myself round and round, and having the leaves also turn up and be spinning around me. And I'm like, oh, this is so cool. Wouldn't that be cool to be able to move the leaves into a beautiful vortex going around? And I thought that, and that just brought me just so much joy. And just let them just fall on me, as that energy's let go through the vortex of spinning. That's something I'd love to do. I mean, yes, it might seem kind of like, Marvel, that's like a superpower or whatnot, but don't let your poo-poo barriers stop you from dreaming. Dream big, guys. Dream real big. So I'm going to dream of, being able to work with the elements. I think that'd be so cool. There's so many creative things that I would love to do, and I hope to be. And so I'm going to write those things down on that piece of paper of all the things that I'd love to do, that I want to do, how I want to reach out and touch people, and how I would love people to see them heal, etc., etc., etc. Write all the things that you want down on a piece of paper. And that piece of paper, I want you to set underneath a glass that's empty. Okay? And then the other glass, I want you to have another glass that has water in it. And I just want you to hold it to yourself and just love. Just put love in it and connect with your creator, and just feel that wonderful energy coming into that glass of water. And feeling and seeing all that has been bothering you and weighing you down. Just see all that wonderful energy from God, just clearing that all out, making that water purifying, having a symbolic of clearing all the issues from your life out, where you're just, the slate is clean again. The slate is clean. And then take that water and pour it into the other glass. Now I want you to leave this glass. You can cover it if you want. You can put it in the sunshine, but you leave it for about a couple hours. And just, when you have it, just when you first pour it in, put your hand on top and think about all the things that you've written that was underneath it. All the beautiful things that you want to bring in your life. Maybe it's better health. No more stress and threat of your freedom. No more stress and threat of your health. Just free to go anywhere and do anything, and just being able to do whatever, having financial freedom, whatever. I want you to close your eyes and really feel that energy. Feel what it looks like. See what it looks like in your imagination. Einstein said the strongest thing is your imagination. And that's true within this world, but it goes beyond. The strongest thing is actual love. So just hold that energy and then put it in the sun for a couple hours, or tonight we don't have a moon, we have a new moon, but just put it down for a couple hours so it can absorb all that intention that you wrote down. And then before you go to bed, I want you to drink it. And when you drink it, I'm drinking all these things that are now possible. And as this water holds memory, guys. Water is so intelligent. Water has been there's been a lot of research on it and has not been released to us. But water can totally change the structure of itself through our intention of our emotion and our thoughts. And those things can actually change our own water within our body, which we are primarily water of all particular chemicals. So as you drink it, that water is changing your whole chemistry in your body. So just give it a shot. You have nothing to lose. Anyway, I think that's it. I love you guys. This, for me, I think is going to, from what I was shown from Spirit, what's going to be happening in the next couple months, it's going to be challenging for me not to be looking. And I was just shown, for me as a light worker, I'm just here to anchor in the light, just anchor in the light, just anchor in the light, anchor in the light. And that's my job. And so I'm going to keep doing that. But if you need any guidance, guys, I'm here for you. I love you. God bless. Be good to you. Love you. Seriously, love you. Only you can love yourself and give what you need. Love you all. Take care. Have a good night. Bye.